Hi everyone, welcome back to Tara's Take. So today is Mass Monday and I thought we would make some fun specimen slide type journal cards tags with our scraps and tea bags. So let's get started. What you're going to need is some scraps. Any scraps will do. I'm also going to have some coffee dyed paper to put on the back. You're going to need some tea bags. Papers from tea bags, okay? And you can use clean ones or you can use them like I have already, dried them out and everything. You're going to need glue, scissors, probably a bone folder possibly, or your scissor handles, some fussy cuts and things to decorate with, and a selection of scrap paper like I said. And that's about it. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and sit this to the side and bring this down a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing better. And I'm just going to pick some paper here to use. Let's see, I have got, having scraps here, I've got like a huge selection. I think I might use that one for now. There's so many to choose from. Let's just grab a couple and get started so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So, I'm so sorry, and I forgot one thing. You're going to also need a hole punch, or you're going to need like some type of stencil that you can make a round cutout, okay? And because I have this cute image here going across, this is from one of my collage pieces. I believe that this is in the shop, and it's just a cut off from one of my original collages that I did when I first started. So I want to keep this image, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my little specimen window off to the side, okay? And no, I can keep that. Look, it's perfect. Grab a tea bag, and you can, of course, go in and cut these, out so that it's really even and all that. I don't really think I need to. I think I could probably just cut these across because the portion that I really want is the body of it. I don't really care about this top for this project. If I were doing another project, I would worry about that, but I'm just going to grab it and separate it here in the back. They usually have a seam somewhere that you can pull them apart. And I'm going to go ahead and wipe this off. It's got some of the tea leaves or ground still on it. And now all I'm going to do is I want to put a little cute, I want to do like a stamp on there. That's another thing you'll need. I apologize. You'll need a stamp if you want to put something on your little window, or you can also, like, you could glue a picture of, let's see, let me grab one of my little, like, you could put a picture here, and if you lay it down and then put glue on top, the picture's going to show through. So that's a fun thing to do too. But for today, let me see here. I'm looking at what I have right here. If I don't have what I want, I'll pull out my big thing of stamps. Because I have, oh, this one's cute. I'm going to use this just for fun. This is a little birdhouse. I think that's cute. And I'm using the black archival ink for this so it'll show better. And I'm going to go right on the corner here, but I'm going to leave enough space for when I put it into its spot that you'll be able to cut around it to fit it onto your piece, okay? And I think what I'll do, since I'm just going to go ahead and do a few onto my tea bag, just a few stamps. Look in here of just some cute things I think I might like on the inside of the window. that'll fit, that are small enough. Like I have these. These are really sweet. And if you have like stamps that say love or, you know, whatever you want. Whatever you want. Do this pretty rose. And I'm just leaving me enough space. I want to make sure. Oh, shoot. Look at that one. I'm going to redo that. I got that on the edge. I want to make, well, I'll redo it on another bag because this is going to show the black framing there and my end frame, making sure. Let me get a little closer for you guys. What I was going to say is I want to make sure once it's in frame that that doesn't show, and that won't work. And I'm just making sure that I've got enough. Oops, I may have went. This bag is right on the edge. Okay, so I'm going to cut these out and show you what mistake I think I made. So that we can avoid making that again. Let's see. Yeah, see? So, I'm going to redo that on the other side, with the other side of the tea bag. I think I made this like a week ago, and to be perfectly honest, oh, Tara, to be perfectly honest, I don't really remember exactly what I did. So now I'm looking and I've got that on there again. Archival ink, I'm just pressing a little too hard and I'm getting it on the edge, and I don't want that to. Okay, so I'm going to just lightly. Okay, there we go. All right, now what I'm going to do is make sure that I'm sitting this piece. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and looking for my glue stick. I'm going to use this and see how good it works. I think this is how I did it last week because the glue stick actually works really nice with the tea bag because it holds it real well, you know. Okay. And I'm just going to center that where I want it and sit it there, okay? I'm going to trim this off. Okay. Then we have little rows in the front. Just wiping up that glue so I don't get it everywhere on my paper. And so let's grab and cut this paper down and do one more. And you can make these into, you can do this with tags. You don't have to do journal cards. You could, of course, you know, you can use these for whatever you can think of, you know. I'm running a little crooked today. There we go. Now on this one, let's see. And again, I'm going to grab the rest of, I don't know if it'll even give me enough. Let's see. It might. It's worth a try. Yeah, it's doing good. Okay. I was looking here for my, I'm sorry, I have a frog in my throat. If I keep doing that, I apologize. It's a little tickly in my throat. I'm not sick, I just feel dry, kind of. Okay. Sorry, I was looking for my favorite butterfly stamp, and I'm not seeing him. He's probably somewhere out on my desk, knowing me. I think he's too big, yeah. The one I'm looking for is smaller. What did I do with him? He's lost in the labyrinth of my very busy desk. Okay, well, I'll just have to make do with one of these smaller little guys. He's just like a middle size. He's perfect for this type of project right here because he's not as small as these, but not quite as big as that other one I just showed you. I was thinking I wonder how it would look if I did a flower and if it would fit a little bee hovering over the flower. Let's try that. Let's see. I don't know if it'll fit, but I'm gonna try. Gotta get him the right way here. I always go a little bit crooked, it seems, with stuff. I didn't mean to, but I tend to do that. There. I like it because of the flowers and everything in the picture, so yeah. And it fits on the back. We're in business, you guys. So I hope everybody is having a good start to their week. Got a couple of updates for you guys in today's video. Not at this moment. We'll get through these first couple of ones and then I'll tell you. I feel like I actually have something to tell you guys on a Monday. I don't want to. One of the things I'm excited to tell you, the other not so much. But I know now you're like, okay, what is she talking about? Don't do that. So there we have a little bee and little flower amongst the flowers. So that's a cute one. And what we're going to do before I move on and do any more, I'm going to go ahead and put some of my coffee dyed paper on the back. You can also use some cardstock. I'm just looking here. I know I have some. What I do is if I have pages that get torn during the dyeing process and get little rips or anything, then I use them like I use them for a backer on my stuff. It works for me. I was thinking I might use this one. It's an avocado dyed paper and it kind of matches, so I love this corner, so I'm going to try to see if I can get, oh, that side's nice. Look at that. That's a cool piece. Okay, so I think I will go up here, yeah, and because I am, let me get my glue sheet, because I'm using this type of paper again, I can use my glue stick. I find that the glue stick is not as reliable with certain, glue jobs, but with paper that's thinner and that kind of seals together, I find that it works pretty well. So I have a paranoia about, I don't trust glue sticks because, there's just little areas and spots that you miss, you don't know you miss, then it lifts, and blah, 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 But when it comes to thinner paper, I do seem to have pretty good luck. Okay, I'm probably still going to have to trim because this is my cut job and it's going to be uneven, I'm sure, but missed a little bit of it down here, of course. Still didn't get it all the way down to where I needed it. Bummer, bummer. Okay. Right. I'm going to use my other scissors that are already, no, those are loose. These are a little stickier. This glue isn't dry yet, so it's gonna stick to my scissors, and I don't want to mess up another pair of scissors by using them, so I'd rather just go ahead and grab the ones that already have a little bit of glue on them. Okay. This side is still a tad bit uneven, but the back looks so cool. The writing space, that's fun, right? And now, of course, I will need to take a dry wipe, or you can use one of your credit cards and just press in your glue spreader if you're using a wet glue that, you know, but this is just making sure it stays down. Okay. And then we'll trim across here. So yeah, these are super simple and cute and just a little something different with your tea bag, you know, little fun. And you, like I said, you could put words there. You could put a frame, you know, you could put one of the images there, anything you want. You could even do that and then do like glossy accent over it if you wanted. Yeah, they're fun. They're fun and they're cute. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to smack my table there. I'm just seeing crooked here and wanting to straighten it out. So how was everybody's Sunday? Did you spend time with family? Did you go to church? Did you get to craft, relax, make dinner? What'd you do? Did you have a lazy day at home? Let me know in the comments what you guys did this weekend. Okay. This paper is pretty fun. It's got like a reddish look almost to it. It looks pretty cool. I don't know how I managed that, but I like it. Get my glue page again. I almost forgot. I always forget, don't I? Trust me, I always forget. Probably got more than I need this time. Didn't get enough last time. Yep, I went over. That's okay. I'd rather get more than less, right? That just means I have less area to re-glue if I miss it. Okay. So I hope you guys decide to try these. I think they're pretty easy. But they are cute little journaling cards and tags for our journals. Did I still actually miss? I did this edge. How I did that, I do not know, but I did. Sheesh. All right. Yeah, you can really see the red on this side. I like that. It's like a coming through. I'm not really sure how I managed it. And my glue page is totally stuck that area that was too much glue. Okay. And these will be a little bit fragile or like floppy, you know, at first because they're not dry yet. But once they dry up, they're good. They're pretty good. If I could just cut evenly today, that'd be awesome. That would be so awesome. Yeah. I'm just going to go down the edge because I already know I'm a little uneven on this end still. There we go. Yeah, I like these. I think they're fun. I wish I knew where I put I had that little leaf, the little tiny leaf stamp, and for the life of me, I can't find it. So I'm wondering if I can do this. Yeah, I hope I don't mess this up. I'm probably going to mess this up, but I just wanted to add a little bit of, yeah, I'm messing it up, I'm sure. I just thought it'd be cute to add a little around the edges. Yep, there it goes. You know me. I gotta try. I just have to. I just have to. And I did it. But what I will do is I will come back in and I'll put some lace down here, or I'll put ribbon, or I'll cover it with some gold, or I'll manage to do something to cover it up. Hopefully. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. But I just realized if I did like a little edging around that, it might look pretty without it going over the edge. See? So there's the first two. Wait, I do need to trim a little more off of this one. I see that now. It's got this edge here. Okay. So our friend on the channel here, Miss Laura, she's also our friend on Facebook. She had asked us a question about what we were going to do with our week last week, and I had said that I wanted to, one of the things I had said was I wanted to do another digital, so I did get that done. I did not yet get my, I had also said I wanted to start a journal. I have not done that yet. So it's only Friday of this week. I know that's Monday for you guys, but hopefully by Monday I will have gotten that done and started another journal. But you know what I'm not sure about was what kind of cover I wanted to do. I haven't done, oh, I like that paper. That's pretty. I haven't done a hardcover, like a out of a box type journal in a long time. And I was thinking I might do like a collage cover journal as a hard journal, but I wasn't positive. So yeah, that's kind of, I want to use this. This is from Christmas, but I was thinking that I could cut out, you know, I like this paper, so I'll cover this side. I really like this paper right here. Anyway, but I was thinking that I could do a hardcover collage front. I have not done one of those in about I don't know, it's been over a year. The one I did do was one of the first journals I sold in my shop when I started my shop back last year, and yeah, I loved it. It was so pretty. And I sold it to a gal. I was still driving for Uber and Lyft. I hadn't started a channel yet. I was months and months away from starting the channel when I did that one, and sold it to this lady who was a passenger in my Uber. She bought it for her sister because it was kind of Paris themed and grungy but elegant all at the same time. She just fell in love with it. It was very, very nice, and she loved it. So yeah, it's fun. Now I think these flowers look a little bit like those flowers on there, so that matches. I like it. I'm gonna make this one into, let's see, what do I want to do? How wide? I'm gonna cut it a little bit wider so that when I have to trim part of it off, it'll still have the room for me to do that. And then I'm going to make it about that tall. You could also do these as bookmarks. And you can make your hole, if you've got a stencil to do a circle, or you've got like a paper towel, like I could use, I've got one right here. I could use this and bring it up and draw my circle and cut it out that way. I kind of liked mine down in the corner because then I still have the whole card to decorate. And that was my thing. I was enjoying doing that. So now this, yeah, it still says Christmas. Yeah, I don't want Christmas. I've done enough Christmas for now. I love Christmas, don't get me wrong. But I've done enough. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and punch my hole in this one. I'm going to try to center as much as possible. Let me make sure my sides are pretty even. I can still see where I'm off over here. Okay. Oh, I'm still on T. As my mother-in-law would say, little girl. She used to tell me, little girl. So hopefully you've seen how simple they are. We're past the explaining point, and I'll just go ahead and start mass making. Hopefully I probably won't get a ton of these done. So I'm going to share with you in a way, it's a praise report. In a way, it's not. It is, our prayers were answered about my father-in-law. He passed away yesterday, which was the 25th of January. You guys will be seeing this on Monday. So he died last Thursday. It turned out that when they did the tests and stuff, they found that he had lung cancer. They were contacting his brother. They did not contact my husband, which kind of, stung, because we had given him our phone number and asked him to get in touch with us. And because we don't live there and stuff, and he wasn't in constant communication with his dad, his dad's brother, his uncle, did not, I guess, feel the need to contact him. So he didn't tell him. This is his stepfather, but he was raised by him since he was 2 years old. So it was his dad, And so, yeah. But Cordy, as usual, par the course, he is taking it amazingly and blessing God and thanking God that his father knew, that his dad knew the Lord as his Savior, and that he is with him. But yeah, he's... So again, I had to give my husband the news that he had lost a member of his family. So now he said it's so amazing to me that me, of all people in the family, considering my history and my drinking and my lifestyle, he said that I'm the one of all four of us. I mean, they all had lifestyle issues, to be honest with you, but for him to be the last one here, kind of amazes him. And it's God, it's just the Lord. I told him today, we were talking about it, and he knows. I said, you have a purpose. You're here for a reason. And because you went through, what you went through, and because of your willingness to forgive and to not be embittered, in this life, and your willingness to serve the Lord and love him the way you do, God's kept you here to be a light in this dark world. Because Courtney's life, I've told you guys, he has a testimony that's going to impact, I believe it's going to impact thousands and thousands of people. So I believe just me sharing part of his testimony is impacting you guys, See, doesn't that look sweet? Let me see. Can you guys see? Isn't that cute? I like that. Okay, so, and plus it's coming up on Valentine's, it kind of fits. I had to pull my chair up. Sorry, guys. I just was sitting here going, why am I so uncomfortable? It's because my chair's down too low and I'm trying to do this. I usually keep the chair up a little higher when I'm doing a video. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, we lost Tony yesterday. And, yeah, it turned out he had cancer and he had COPD, and he had suffered from COVID, and I guess at the end there he was in, they had moved him, and what the hospital didn't tell me when I called the other day was that they had moved him from the Georgia hospital to a Florida facility where they could help him more. And because I guess they live pretty close, to the border there. And they moved him over to Florida, and then once he was at Florida, they decided that it was too, they opened him up and they saw that cancer was too far gone. They couldn't help him, and all they could do was make him peaceful, and yeah, it was a situation where they ended up putting him in hospice. Yeah. And Cordy's niece Annie, the one that I went to her bridal shower on Saturday, she's the one his late brother's wife was still in contact with the family in Georgia, his dad's family, and so they contacted her and let her know that Tony was not going to make it through the day. And sure enough, he was gone around 12:45. He went home to be with the Lord. Praise the Lord. That's why I said, it's sad that he passed. He was only, I think he was only about 64. And it's very sad that he passed, but at the same time, he was in pain, he was suffering, he was, and he couldn't breathe. And he's with his family, his mother and his father. He's with his brother. He's with Jesus. They were believers, and they weren't perfect. They didn't live perfect lives, but you know what? That's not the Lord. They believed. They were believers. They loved the Lord. And so we thank God that he's safe in the arms of Jesus. And he's back with Michael, Cordy's brother, and Debbie, and family. So praise God for that. Now, my happy news, I'm trying to get a tiny little bit of glue into this spot. I missed this tiny, tiny little spot. My son called me today, and we talked, and it was really awesome because, well, it was awesome for lots of reasons. Him and I have grown so close. I mean, we were always close. I have to say, my son and I have always been close. We had those years where it was harder for us to talk because, he's always argumentative, and I'm always trying to, save him. And so, of course, he loves to rile mama up, that kind of thing. But as far as, we were always close. And so, but we were talking, and it turns out right now, the facility he's in is up in a town called Kingman, which is up in, near Nevada, okay? So he's about 4 hours from the valley, which is where we live, the Phoenix Valley. This is a cool piece. This is from the Steampunk Rose collection, or kit, and I don't know why I called it collection. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, but he called and told me that they are transferring him in the next 20 days. They're transferring him back down to the valley. He's going to be in Phoenix, praise God. So I'll be able to go see my son, I think. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to visit him. But he's going to be in the facility here in Phoenix, and it's because they're putting him in a preparatory program where he can prepare for work out on the outside. So he's done really well, and they decided that he was an asset, to society, and that he deserves to be helped and to go and be a part of what's going on with this program. So yeah, so I'm super excited for him because he's stoked. And he's been finding out about the facility he's going to go to after this. And he's really excited because he's heard nothing but good things about the place, you guys. So thank you for your prayers. Because that door had closed. It's called New Freedom, and it's a program, for the prisoners. And it had been closed, and then the facility was closed down. And so we didn't think he was going to get to go in. Well, it turns out that, I was thinking these pictures would be really cute too, the ones we have from Tim Holtz. But anyway, yeah, it turns out they reopened. they remodeled and fixed it up and reopened, and he's been talking to people who's told him that it's just a really great facility, which such a blessing. I'm so excited about that. So yeah, God is so faithful and so good, and she looks kind of cute there. I was just thinking a picture here would be pretty too, like a little frame. I'm just not sure if I want to use one of these, or I want to get the right one, you know. She's cute. So yeah, so my boy's going to be home, you guys, back in the valley, praise the Lord. And then he gets out in 81 days as of today. So upon the hearing of this video, let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So it'll be 78 days, 77 days. Yeah, 77 days after, or from the point of today for you guys. Yeah. Yay! Joey will be home. I'm excited. Well, he'll be free. He'll be free. And he'll be able to begin and pursue his life. And it was so funny and so cool, because he said, you know, Ma, this last week, in this, just since I talked to you, there's been a bunch of different people end up back in here. And I said, really? And he goes, yeah. He goes, oh, there, I like her. Okay, she's the one. I just had a feeling to keep looking. But he said that a lot of the guys that left while he's been there, that were with him when he first got in there, they're back. One of them in particular was a really pretty good friend of his, and he told him, he goes, dude, you're going to be okay. He goes, because you don't have a bad attitude. You have, you know, you have a humble, genuine heart. And I got out there and I got cocky. And he said, you know, Joey was like, that's what happened to me the first time. I got cocky. I'm going to try and go ahead and do some Mod Podge on this real quick, because I want to stick it down on there and let it show through the tea bag. Yeah, so this boy, Kyle, he said, you know, you're going to be okay, Joey. But I went out there with the wrong attitude, and I should have listened. I was cocky, and I shouldn't have been. And, you know, so Joey's like, yeah, Mom. He goes, it was like the Lord was giving me, I don't know. He said, it's like the Lord gave me a view of, you know, I need to have a good attitude, because it could happen to you too again, you know, and you could end up back in here again. So don't get out there and get cocky. Have a right heart and a right spirit. I was very proud of him for seeing that, you know, for acknowledging and giving God the glory, and knowing that the Lord was making that apparent to him. You know what I'm saying? It was good. It was good. I'm very proud of him. He's so excited about his book, of course, and he's just had so much encouragement as far as that goes with everyone that's around him there. And even, like I said, even the guards have encouraged him about it. So I'm going to put this, I'm just going ahead and tucking this all into the tea bag. I don't know. I have not tried this. I don't know if this will work great, but I think it might be okay. I'm just gluing it down and I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to put it on that piece. I think it will look cute there on that steampunk rose. Her pretty little face showing through a grungy old tea bag. Yeah, see, you can see her really good. So she'll be good once it dries. All right, let's just sit this off to the side, and so it's not in my way and I'm not hitting it. And okay. All right, back to stamping. I have more stamps, but I wonder if this would look pretty. I just don't have, I'm going to use this little birdhouse. I think this one would look good on, I think, wait, I do believe, well, maybe I don't. I was thinking I had some leftover of, what do you call it, Tina's little, I probably do, it's just buried in here. I've got like everything in this drawer. I have a little bit of everything. Okay. Well, I guess not. I thought I did, but nope. I'm looking to see which, I guess this would look fine against this one. This burgundy color. But yeah, so that's my exciting news. My boy is going to be back in the valley, and he's getting put into a program where he can get even more help than he's already, received. So our prayers, your prayers, my prayers are being answered. God is faithful, faithful, faithful. We know this to be true. And I just thought you guys would want to know, because I know many of you have told me you're praying for my son, and I'm so grateful to have other mothers praying and believing God, for his victory and his completion of what God is doing in his life. I mean, it's been a rough road, but the Lord has been so faithful. So faithful. I'm looking here to make sure. I'm just using this as a circle to make sure. The little plants. I just kind of wanted to see. Let's see. So yeah. I know you guys will be praying for Courtney and his continued strength. And, I'm so proud of him, though. He just trusts in. He's like, honey, I can't. He told me this morning, at this point, I'm numb. I've lost so many people, but the numbness is outweighed by the peace. He said, because every time this happens, I know they're with him. I know they're safe and that they're with Jesus. I know they are. And I have that one assurance. But boy, does he's like, but I need you to take good care of yourself. He's very adamant that I not, leave him. He's like, if the Lord knows if I lost you. And I'm like, no. In my head, I'm saying, no, the Lord will keep you. He will keep you. But I also pray that, he doesn't lose me. I don't want to go anywhere. I've got a husband who needs me, and I have children, and I have the future hope of my grandchild being back in my life. And, I don't want to go anywhere. So, yeah. The other day I mentioned to you guys, and I told you I'd probably talk to you about it today, is another thing that I'm believing God for, because I contacted the woman she's my grandson's great aunt. She's his dad's aunt. And she has my grandson in her care. And now she has reached out to my daughter and is telling my daughter, she's saying it gently, but my daughter has known this family a long time, and she's like, Mom, they're playing nice right now, but I don't know if that'll continue. So she's basically told my daughter that my grandson would be better off, without her, pretty much. Which, if I didn't know my daughter and didn't know the kind of mom that she had been, and didn't know who she is and her life, and didn't know me, or thought, that I was worthless and didn't deserve to have my grandson or any of those things, I would, probably be like, what, the kid's better off, that kind of thing. But my grandson is not better off not knowing the love of his mother. He is not better off. And this person has a one dimension perspective of our family. And it's looking through the eyes of a very hurt young man who is still to this day has never dated another girl since my daughter broke up with him. He's never had another girlfriend. They've been apart now for almost 7 years, and he is bitter toward my daughter for breaking up. They were junior high school sweethearts. Okay, they've been together since they were 15, and he's still embittered, and he has done and said, I mean, and I care about this young man, but he's done and said some things that are just wrong to my daughter and to my grandson. And I'm like, you can't trust a one-dimensional viewpoint of anyone. We all have multifacets to us, and for people who don't like us, it's usually because they're viewing us through the eyes of someone or a situation and not realizing there's many different angles to this human being, not just this one, thing that I see them in. You know what I'm saying? And so this woman does not know my family at all. She doesn't know me at all. She's only met my daughter a couple of times through the years when she was like a teenager. She does not know my son, my late husband, nothing. And so all she has to go on is Matt's mom, who I'm not going to defame the woman. She just, put it this way, she never liked me. There was a issue between us a couple of different times that didn't even make any sense to me at the time, and still don't. And I had nothing against her except that she just didn't like me. And so a lot of it was to do, I think, with the fact that her son wanted to be around us and not around her and her ex-husband. And at the time, she was, going through a lot in kind of an abusive relationship. And Matt would come to our house, and he would do his homework at my dinner table, and he would eat dinner at my house, and, that kind of thing, because he was running away from his stepfather, who, his mom was studying to become a psychologist at the time, and she was constantly busy with school and was never really there for Matthew that way. And I'm not exaggerating. She was always busy with school work, and she would drop him off at my house every day, and he would be with me. And I think along the way somewhere she got angry about that, even though I was doing her a favor, she got jealous about our relationship. And so this sister of hers, her younger sister who has my grandson, she has no idea who I am and only knows me. And now his mom has had a stroke. I don't know if she can communicate. I think she can still communicate enough to talk, I think, from what he told me. But she's had a stroke this last year. And so now who knows what she has told this sister. So I reached out, and my point, guys, is just please, if you think of me to pray for me, my one request is that the Lord will open her heart to meet with me. I have made a request on Facebook and asked her if we could meet. I've told her who I am, that I'd really like to get to know her. I thanked her for taking care of my grandson. And I said I'd really like to discuss Enoch. I know you've reached out to my daughter. She sent me the picture. I see that he's happy and handsome, and I'm really grateful for that. So hopefully she will be reasonable. She's about my age. She's a couple years younger than me, but she has 4 children of her own. She's not a grandma yet, but she's at this age where she could be. I only know her one-dimensionally as well. I only know her from the viewpoint of Matthew. And Matt never wanted his family, her included, she was his favorite aunt, if he had to choose a favorite. But he always said the same thing about his whole family, that it was always about money, that they always think they're better than everybody else. If you don't have enough money, you're no good, that kind of thing. And she seems to be living up to that by believing that she can give my grandson a better life than his own mother because she has more money. And that's basically what she has told my daughter. You can't provide for him right now the way that he needs to be. So instead of saying, I'm just going to keep him with me for you and I'm going to take care of him because I love him, she has said, give me custody of your child. And my daughter and me are both like, oh, heck no. We're not just giving. He got ripped out of our arms. You guys don't know the whole story. I've not told you everything, but it was horrible. The state of Arizona, the state of Arizona really, really, really did our family in. And my grandson should never have been taken away from my daughter, not the way he was, or from me. I mean, but he was in his mommy's custody, and in Arizona, grandparents don't have any real rights, and I couldn't afford an attorney to really fight back. So, you know, but it was just really done shabbily, let's put it that way. And so this was not by choice. And she's looking at what, she's looking at my daughter and what happened to my daughter after her son was taken from her so unfairly. And choosing to believe that's who my daughter is, instead of realizing that life happened, COVID happened, job loss happened, a home loss, you know, happened through because of COVID. I mean, the things that happened to her do not negate the fact that she's a loving and caring mom. And it's horrible to be treated this way and to be in this kind of situation. So anyway, I know I'm probably ranting. I apologize. I don't usually go this deep into talking about stuff, but it's, as you can tell, it's really grieved my spirit, and she has not contacted me back. And I know sometimes when you messenger a person in Facebook and you're not friends, it doesn't always go through. There's times when you guys have contacted me and I didn't see it for ages, and then realized and thought, oh my goodness, they probably think I was ignoring them, you know. I've had people contact me and not see it and not realize it was there until later on. So I'm hoping that's what it is, because she hasn't gotten back to me yet. And I've been watching, and she hasn't even seen the post. Like, it's not even acknowledged. So yeah, I don't know. Anyways, and my daughter doesn't have her phone number, and Matt did not give it to me, or I would text her. But, and I'm a nervous wreck, I'll be honest, to talk to her. You know, because I don't want to let my emotions speak. I want to be reasonable and discuss this intelligently. You know what I'm saying? Because in this kind of situation, you can be, if you're too emotionally attached. I learned this with the state. If you're too emotionally attached, they will end up, you know, judging you as, you know, being emotionally imbalanced. And it's like, no, I'm emotionally attached to my grandson and to this situation. And the reason that you can be so detached is because he doesn't mean anything to you. Not really. You know, I mean, when you have your family threatened, yeah, you get emotional, right? I mean, or am I the only one? I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one on that, you know. So anyway, I'm looking to see if I think this piece would go on the back of this one. I think it would, because of the pink. I like this paper. I like how it turned out. So yeah, if you guys are thinking about me and you want to pray for me, pray that I will have the words to say, the favor of the Lord, that I will speak from the heart, but that I will speak the words of the Holy Spirit and not just my words, you know, because I don't want to be emotionally charged. I want to be reasonable and sit down and be respectful to this person. She's been taking care of my grandson, and he's doing really well, and I praise the Lord that, you know, that God put a person in his life who would care for him. Yeah, because, you know, his dad tried, but Matt was never a real attentive dad, and he doesn't really know how to be. He suffers from some issues himself, and he'll be the first to tell you he has, you know, he's got these other issues himself, and he doesn't do well having the responsibility. So giving Enoch to his aunt was a kindness, actually. But I think the greatest kindness would have been to reach out to Enoch's grandmother, who had taken care of him from the time he was born, and say, Tara, I need you to take Enoch. You know, I was right here, and he knew that. He chose to keep me from my grandson, and I'm, you know, I forgive him. We've talked about it, him and I. We've already talked. And I choose to forgive, but I do know that he was wrong for not at least, you know, trying to ask me to be the one to help him when he needed help, because I offered, you know, I had offered. So yeah, guys, be praying for me, please, because it kept me up. I was up at 10:55, I woke up the other night. I had gone to bed, thank goodness, at about 6:15, 6:30. I woke up at 10:55 talking in my sleep to this woman, telling her all kinds of stuff. I was like, okay, that's not good. You know, it's really in my heart, and, you know, kind of getting attacked because you know that you have had the worst said about you to this person, and you're having to face them, and you know that half of what was said was probably not even true. And that's a scary thing for me, I'll admit. I always am very transparent with you guys, and that's, for me, it's always frightening for me to face people when I know that they think something about me that's negative or whatever. Because then I feel like I have to defend myself, you know. I have to prove to them that this is not the truth. And then you just sound like you're making excuses. So what's the point? You know, you're darned if you do, you're darned if you don't, kind of thing. And yeah. Okay. I know that. There we go. I was like, how does that close? So let's see, what time is it? Oh yeah, I went way over just yammer-yammering and talking to you guys. But as you can see, now let me pull this one in. I think it's dry enough now. Yeah, look at her. Isn't she cute now under the tea bag? See? So I'm going to go ahead. I'm probably not going to get... I got glue on this. I don't know how I did that. Look at that. I ended up getting glue on it. Shoot. I don't even know where I got the glue. I don't know. Let's see. Can I use this one? I guess I could. We can do this one instead. Let's see. It's the same paper. Just smaller piece. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, I probably won't get to decorate because I've talked too much. So sorry, guys. Now on this one, I am going to use the stronger glue because, like I said earlier, if you've got thicker paper, that, for me, the glue stick really doesn't do what I want it to do. I'm just spreading it out because... Okay, let's get this on here. I'm probably going to have to trim a little bit of it off. Yeah. Oh, I think that's so cute. Her little picture in the middle there with the tea bag over it makes it look so vintagey, which is exactly what I wanted. Okay. Where's my paper? Here we go. And I'm going to try to decorate. I've been going over on these videos lately because of the fact that we're not together as many days of the week. I hope you don't mind. Let me know if I'm driving you nuts and I'm going too far over. Please let me know. Don't want to do that. Don't ever want to do that. This piece is coming up that I folded over. That's okay. There we go. Hopefully I got it on this end enough to stick to the paper. Yeah, if I've been, you know, overstaying my welcome, as my mother used to say, don't ever overstay your welcome, Tara. If I have been overstaying my welcome, please feel free to tell me. I'm so sorry if I have. I know a couple of my videos have gone over pretty long. Okay. So now, as you see, you can use your little, this is a good way. This is actually the first time I've used one of those photo booth type Tim Holtz pictures. I loved them in the store, and then I got them home and realized I don't really craft around that era too much, and so they didn't fit. They didn't go with what I usually do. So I was like, oh, you know, and they've just been sitting there. But in this situation, that looks really cute. Just a little frame, you know. So to decorate, let's see, should we do that one? We've got, okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I made 7. That's not too bad, right? Right? I think it's pretty good. Okay. Now, to decorate, let's see. Maybe we will do this little girl. I'm going to put a positive. Let's see. word, something positive on here. Positivity. Ha! I pulled out. Oh, there you go. We're going to use that one. That's a good word. Positivity. She is going to be a positive girl. I'm going to just do a little bit of distressing on this. I always tell you guys these words, this particular set came from Rachel and Bella Craft. They are in their freebie thing where you go in to, I think, to buy a coffee kind of thing or something like that. They're in the freebies there. I don't know right offhand where exactly. I'm trying to remember, but I was just looking. I did, let's see. I guess that's too blue, huh, to really bring that in. Is it? Got a little bit of blue right through here. This is one of my hand-painted flowers. I was just playing the other day, and I cut it out and distressed it. And I was thinking maybe that might be kind of cute. I don't know. Let me look. Let me look. Let me look. I got all these fun little things to decorate with. Maybe I can do a little collaging behind her or something. And I was going to say if I bring in the right color with something in my drawer here, then I could probably add in that blue flower, and it wouldn't detract from it if I had more blue on here. So let me see if I can find something that will kind of bring that together. Nah, that's not that. Gosh, I just talked your ear off today. Can you tell that it's, my spirit is, yeah, bothered. I'm grieved in my heart about all of this. I don't feel like, I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say that. It just feels painful to be treated the way that we've been treated, and to know what we know about our family, and to know what we know about Enoch and the love that we had with all four of us. You know, my husband passed away before he was born, so he didn't get to be a part of that. But you know, to know what I know, and that no matter how safe he was or how good his life was before he was removed from us, doesn't matter to anybody. It's like his life was just shaken, and no one in our family could do anything about it. Talk about feeling helpless, and you know, and now to know that a stranger has my son or my grandson, and she's telling my daughter she'll make a better mother to him than she will, basically, is horrendous and makes you angry. You know, it makes you angry, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I'm trying not to be. I was looking here to see if I could just find something that kind of pulls, but I'm not seeing it. I want that blue flower on there. I think the blue in there is already enough, but I don't know. You guys let me know what you think if I decide to put it down. I'm not. I was just thinking if I could collage some stuff back here, you know, then kind of. This doesn't look very positive, this building, does it? It's kind of, actually, it's kind of gothic and creepy. Oh, goodness. I'm just giggling because I'm nervous, because I know I'm talking my ear off today. Okay. I was talking to a dear friend yesterday that called me, and I got to really kind of vent and share with her what we're going through and cry my eyes out, to be honest. with you, and I was very grateful to her for hearing me, for letting me have somebody that I could talk to, because I have not had that in a long time. I kind of think I'm gonna put that building there, and I don't really care about the building itself. I more or less wanted something in the backdrop. Now this flower, actually, I could put this one. This was green. This is the other one I did. It's kind of big, but it's not really the right green. That's why I didn't bring it in. I mean, I guess it could be considered. What do you think? What do you think, guys? I wish I could hear you right now. This was another hand-painted one, and I fussy cut it, and I just wanted to use them. They're floating around on my desk. I guess that teal right there does kind of go, but the reason I'm looking at it is because this is more of a cool, and this is a warm, and that's what's throwing me off a little bit, so. Yeah. Maybe I'll do hope instead of positivity. Yeah, I still like the blue flower, so I think I'm going to put the blue flower. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it. You guys let me know if I did right or wrong. I don't know. I don't really think it's that big of a deal right now. I'm thinking about it way too much. I do know that. I'm dwelling on it way too hard. So, have I mentioned today how much I love you guys? I mean that. How much I appreciate each and every one of you. Seriously. And not for the number factor that you're there and you're a subscriber. I appreciate you because I know you're there for me to talk to like I did today, and that you're there with me during the devotions, and you're there with me when I'm crafting, and you guys message me and share with me your prayers and your thoughts and your own battles. And I mean, you all just mean so much every single day. Honestly, every single day I get up and I look forward to knowing that you're going to be on the other side of that message, and then I'm going to get to be a part of your prayer or a part of your life in some way that day. So I should have totally done this before I put the flower on. I am aware. Oh, here we go. Tara's lifting up her glue job to just make something happen. Okay. So there's that. And because I love my edges dark, you know, I didn't do much to it because I don't have time. Sorry. I might add to it later. I was looking at velvet ribbon or trim that I use a lot. It would look kind of cute on here. And I need to make sure the backs of this flower's done. Oh, this one you can really see the picture though. So keep that in mind. If you don't want that, then don't use one of those pictures, or make sure and use like cardstock between your journal card. Or this could also be glued in as a pocket. You know, it would totally go as a pocket. Now, what I was going to say was, I was looking real quick because I just looked up and I saw this lovely green velvet, and I was thinking I could add that to this somewhere, just for fun, because it does match rather well. But I don't know if that would look good or not. I don't know. Right now I'm too, kind of looks cute down there. Yeah, I think I'll put that there. I think sometimes I just think way too hard about stuff, honestly. And then I look back at it later and go, huh, it does look cute, you know? So yeah, I'm just going to go for it. She'll have a little fringe frame here at the bottom. You know what? And that could even be where positivity is put, you know? Put some positivity on this spin. So she's got hope and positivity. I think that's okay. I think that's a good combination. What do you guys think? I know hope and positivity definitely would bless the Lord much more than complaining and backbiting and being angry and hurting. And so praise the Lord. Let's bless him today and put down more of a positive spin on this piece. Hallelujah. This part's crooked and it's going to drive me nuts. Okay. Okay. There we go. So we have a little hand-painted flower, some hope, some velvet. I hope you like this and that you enjoyed making these and that you'll let me know. And if you do make some, post them in our Facebook group. If you're not a member of our Facebook group, you're more than welcome to be. And all of the links to everywhere that I can be reached are in the About section of the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please do me the kindness of hitting like. And if you would like to hang out with me more, please subscribe to the channel. That helps the algorithm and lets other people find our videos. I love you. Thank you so much for being with me and for letting me talk to you today. And I'll see you guys later. God bless. Bye.